Let's quickly react to Duskbloods. I'm not even gonna for this video watch the whole thing.
Welcome to Luanro City,
Maybe I should
one of
watch
the
the whole
maps we
thing.
were able to explore in our preview of the
I was feeling like
Duskbloods.
skipping it first.
As you can
Maybe
see,
Batty got it
it's
early, I
very
think.
easy to move
I
around
get
this
more
city
volume.
thanks to the new jumps every character has. In combat, every character is also capable of this, a roar that, if properly timed,
I
allows
mean,
you
it
to
looks
stagger
kind of similar
enemies
to
and
like
feast on them,
Elden Ring.
converting them to your side
That
for a
roar
time.
even looked kind of like those roars you get from the
The
weapon
character
arts
currently
for
being
Ash
played is
Wars.
named Albert. Like many characters, he has a melee weapon in his right hand and a ranged one in his left. He
This is
also
on
has a suite
Switch
of
too.
passives and abilities, but there's more I need to talk
Maybe it did
about than just the
optimize Elden
combat.
Ring.
I need to explain what kind of game this is and what we're fighting for right now. To that end,
These are
I'm going to
NPCs.
try
I
and
thought it was
walk you through what
PvP.
a
That was
typical match
Duskbloods.
looks
Am I
like
mistaken?
from start to finish. So let's
It's like they're
leave
taking through
Luenro City
nightreign with these
and
fucking
go back
cliffs,
to the Duskbloods hub area.
sort of.
It's called the House of Night.
House of Night.
Here, in this demo at least, you can select from one of 6
Oh,
Bloodsworn, browse this ever-growing
okay.
archive of information, and practice all of your character skills against a target dummy in
That
the
UI
corner.
is slightly
Then,
basic.
once you're ready, you
It's
can
okay.
either opt into a ranked or
It's
casual
okay.
match. Here's
It
how it
needs more
works.
polish
Each
for
match
how
features
that
8
looks.
players playing in 3
Never
rounds,
test
but
though.
only 3 can make it to the final battle.
Elden Ring was like that for the
At the end of
next
the
test.
first round, players can all get stronger without punishment, but at the end of the second round, the 2 players with the lowest
That
amount
looks
of
like a cool
what are
enemy,
called
but
virtue points are
this
culled and
looks
removed from the game. And
too
then at the end of the
complicated and
third
stupid
round, the
for
3
Nintendo
lowest scoring
players.
players are again culled, leaving
Already.
only 3 to do battle in the final round, where their health total.
Like, let me just pause. Like, they should have just. This already looks too complex for people who are playing fucking Mario for a living. Like, I think you should probably. I think FromSoft should just port in nightreign or something. Not no bias, but this is like I'm listening to this shit. I haven't heard him out throughout all of this, but this is just the introduction, and I'm like lost. Like, what is it? Is it? It's not clear to me. If Vadi is explaining it, it's not clear to me. Then imagine somebody who's playing this live, um, you know, unscripted, like not hearing Vadi or anybody else explain it to them, and then they're just playing it, and maybe the tutorial might be shit. I don't know, but I'm not understanding this shit
Totals
right
are
now.
boosted by the amount of
Is
virtue
it
points they
NPCs?
have.
Is it?
How do you get virtue points, you ask? Well, let's pretend we're just starting a game, and it will become clear.
It's
You
kind of
start matchmaking by touching the Wheel of Blood
boring looking
in the House of
already.
Dusk, and once the system has put 8 of you together,
How did
you are all
Miyazaki make
shown
this?
the map divided
Or
into
directed or
4
whatever.
quadrants. You all have to choose which quadrant you'd like to spawn into for this round. Now, you can't choose exactly where you'd like to spawn. For example, if I chose this top quadrant
Oh
aiming
wait,
for the
wait, wait,
city
wait, wait.
streets, I might end up spawning here, closer to the cave. That's what happens to Layla, who has spawned just outside the city streets.
Fuck is Layla?
This works out perfectly for her though, because do you see those golden spires down in the streets? Those are landmarks you absolutely want to aim for early in the game.
Sniper. Soul Sniper is so funny to me, bro.
So
But
these
where's the
golden
reticle?
spires, these are where you pull allies from.
Here, sister of the Briar, my life is yours to command.
These are like summoned spirits in Elden Ring,
What is
except
this shit?
these are fully fledged characters with voice lines and maybe even storylines
This is
to go
boring.
down as well.
Why is it so boring?
There are 8 allies to be found
It's
in this
actually
map,
might flop.
and the spirit you get is somewhat randomly generated depending on the symbol of the golden spire you
How
pull
are
from.
Nintendo players gonna care
To
about
level
this? I
your
don't. It's
allies, you
such
have
a
to find these
a
sites marked on the map,
dissonance because they're
where to
always
be.
about these games that are like like Mario, Zelda. Zelda can be dark, but it's not like Bloodborne levels of dark. People already said that this reminds them of Bloodborne, and it does to some degree. Like, but I don't see why. Like, I think it will do well, but it would obviously never do as well as Elden Ring or even like some of the Souls series. I don't think so because it's one, it's exclusive and may not change anyway like that, and two, it's just like, come on, man, it's a theming,
Beware,
theming.
because if you switch allies, the old one
What's
and
happening,
their
bro?
levels will be lost.
It's just
So
spirits.
taking the time to find the
You have that in
allies you
Elden Ring.
like can be a waste of time, and in a game like this, time is everything. Luckily,
Just
to save
rush
you time,
like nightreign,
you
rush,
can
rush, rush.
teleport basically
Um,
anywhere on the map instantly, as long as you're out of combat. I love this system. I love how this opens up the map in the Duskbloods, because it makes your routing options so much more interesting.
Why didn't they just make it like a murder mystery or something with this map where you can teleport anywhere so that you're hunting down people? I hope that's because when I heard about this, I thought it gave me the impression that it's a PvP more style Souls game, which would complement well because nightreign is more PvE, with no PvP at all, really. But now that I'm seeing it, they started off around the introduction where they were saying that it was they were talking about the like just had PvE like more like the enemies. So I'm not sure
When you could be
the
anywhere on the
blend
map at a
here.
moment's notice.
More rats and
This player,
tourists.
for example, has found their way to the
The
sewer.
staple from
If you
software.
recall, there was a purple icon next to the sewer on the map, which marks that a type of virtue called
Like oh, it's a
flame
fucking
virtue
candle.
can be found here. You can actually see it off to the
Bro,
left.
you just ripped a fucking pyromancy. That is literally in Elden Ring and Dark Souls. I forgot the name of it, but that same pyromancy where you just put your hand out and you spew fire, it barely consumes like FP, but it's literally why did you just rip fucking assets? Like, come on, y'all can be more creative than
Pass
that.
there. This is a corpse sitting in a chair with a purple aura, and it's one of many in this area, so
Oh, I like that little
this
attack
area
though.
is worth coming to, especially in the early stages of the game.
It may sound like I'm being critical, but I'm being critical on certain parts that are definitely looking very off to me, especially in terms of how I can perceive this game being towards Nintendo fans, especially, but also the general audience.
Because in my experience, it would ensure that you would make it through the first few rounds without being culled. Claiming these is easy, you don't have to kill any bosses, and
Like
notably,
I've blazed stuff before that I found especially good on this channel. I just think that From Software may be in their decline period after Elden Ring. Like, I feel like they might because in the end of the day, all empires crumble, right? Like From Software has been really consistent with their shit, and only now they've started to get more experimental with Night Rain and now this. So I'm just thinking that I'm not saying that they should never change their formula or anything, but I'm just saying that this comes across really odd, really really odd. Like um yeah, basically.
claiming them denies
And not
all
in a good,
benefits
not odd
from
in a good
claiming them
way.
as well.
It feels
It's
odd,
so
overly
important to
complex,
play efficiently in this game. Take Zork here, for example.
and it may sound like I'm talking over Batty and just not listening or anything, but I am listening. It's just not. It's just not. Yeah.
Not only does he use one of his abilities to cover ground and
Actually, now y'all may not hear. I'll try to raise the volume of the system audio so y'all can hear Batty, but on the OBS that I'm recording this on, it's not really that. Like I lowered for game volume so you can hear me better if it's like if it for the audio bounds, But
attack, but mid-combat he takes a break to upgrade his weapon with the fire affinity. There are 4 different weapon upgrades you can find. There's iron, poison,
these guys kind
lightning,
of look like
but
Godskin Apostles. I wonder if they were teamed after them. Like
Zork's
you can tell
is
with the
fire,
white
which
and
means his
the
weapon now inflicts
faces.
burning if he hits enemies
Just
enough.
how weird they move around.
Speaking of upgrades, here's the
I think that was a
Senator,
copy
who
cry too.
was my favorite character
If you
ever.
heard of how he
He's
died
emptying a
there,
blood sack right now, so that he can upgrade one of his two
It sounded like they
abilities
ripped
in
that,
some way.
like copied it as
These
well.
abilities are Bloodstake and
Anyways,
Saurian form, which you'll see later on.
you use
Upgrades to
assets and
abilities can also be
sounds.
found in
It's really
marked
cool.
sections of the map. In this courtyard below, for example, you can see a red upgrade orb behind these townsfolk.
And the circlet she has sort of reminds me of the ones that the I forgot what you call them. Those guys, those enemies in the Shadow of the Earth tree. Um, and they're also in nightreign as well from the DLC. Um, yeah, those guys have like those rings around. I think it's was it Curse something? I forgot, bro. I haven't played Souls games in a hot minute. Curse blades or whatever the fuck they are. Um, yeah.
Thanks to Chang's passive ability, she can turn multiple enemies to her side at once. Chang's L2 throws rings at
I can
opponents
feel like I can see the
swiftly and
frame starts to
consistently, which
fuck up
makes her a huge threat
on the
at
video now.
mid-range, and especially when she's in the air.
So it's running, but it's not running the
With
best yet.
this, I've shown you just about everything you could
Forever.
hope to achieve in one round, so let's pretend that round 1 is ending.
Like this is not a smooth 60 FPS, for example, which is I guess you should have seen that coming with the Switch 2,
Round
but
2 begins now. At the start of some rounds, a sort of tarot card will be revealed, informing you of some world-altering event currently taking place. In this round, a Lodomerian Zeppelin will be prowling the skies, and every
wait,
character
oh
will have
wait, that's
a
kind of
mission
cool.
box in
I want to go back to that. I said I wasn't gonna. I wanted to say that I wasn't
the
going back to anything,
currently
but
taking place. In this
that's so
round, a
cool. It's like a Big Ben
Lodomerian
and a
Zeppelin will be
bro.
prowling the skies, and every character will have a
That's so old
transmission
worldy,
box in their
bro.
inventory with which they can call upon a sea of flame wherever they want.
Okay, yippee. What?
There were 5 events I
Michael Bay
experienced in
explosions
this
for a
demo.
while.
Sometimes a magnetic storm would strike, forcing
I like
players
that
to
blood
swap.
pool. I like that blood pool. It's just small things that I like. Like they feel like they're growing out of the way. They're small things, but the overall mechanics, I don't know if
Places with each other.
like what the fuck is even
Sometimes
going on in this
stars
game.
would fall from the sky,
It's
encouraging
so
players
chaotic.
to
It's
claim and
weird.
hold on to
Like
them
overly
until the end
chaotic.
of the
Like
round.
not making any sense.
Sometimes you'd be rewarded for ringing the bell at the top of the clock tower. And I even had one event where
It's like a
bloodsack
Dark Souls
enemies would
reference.
spawn
Ring
all
bell.
over the place, allowing us to fully upgrade our abilities.
Like Dark
These
Souls
were
1.
all so fun to interact with, and they would really change how you moved around the map.
Vadi's
In
blazing
round
as per
2,
usual because of course he's literally sponsored, but well not sponsored, but I think he's in whatever program that they have for like Bandai Namco and FromSoft because he always gets the stuff early. Like I think he's definitely in those things for everything from soft new releases.
my character would also start feeling much more powerful. So
Like the regular public only get the closed network tests. I think maybe a few days from when this video was uploaded, like Vadi's video, right? We're watching right here. So yeah, he gets earlier.
I would prioritize taking on certain bosses. In the Duskbloods, these are called trespassers, and they're marked by purple skulls on your map.
Look at how excited I
Some
am.
are tougher than others, but luckily you don't always need to take them down.
I like the
on your
design
own.
of that frog. They keep designs like that in FromSoft games for the future. I think they have a bright future.
If another player is nearby, they will receive
Yeah.
a call for help.
Who's
And
sexy
if they
ass
accept, they will teleport to your fight as a phantom, returned to where they were if they die, or if they manage to defeat the boss.
What?
Look at this Zork player. So they
Okay.
have both of their abilities unlocked. The missile barrage.
Okay, that's
being
kinda
one
cool.
of them. That means this player
But
has
kinda
spent more
boring
time
at the same
killing
time.
enemies and leveling up, and they might not have as much virtue as a result.
I think they need to try to do something. I don't know how they do it, but I think they need to try to do something with the camera. But I don't think they will, just to make it more interesting. Because it just feels like another FromSoft. Like it doesn't feel.
However, The extra power
like
they get from leveling up might actually help him get
it just
more
feels
virtue
boring.
if that extra power translates into killing difficult bosses more easily. That's what
And
felt beautifully.
this thing for the spirits or whatever of just having this emphatic glazes is fucking annoying at this point. But the thing of just having the the outline around your cat, or I think that's for the spirits only. Elden Ring did a smart thing where instead they had the spirits, translucent basically, not fully transparent, but translucent to some degree. Um, and I don't know about the outline if that's for the
Designed about this game.
spirits.
Everything you do
Kind of
seems to
looks.
lead to
That's a
virtue
cool
in
enemy
one
though.
way
Look
or
at that
another.
one.
At the end of the round,
That's a
players who
really.
killed the most enemies or collected the most items can even receive
And they have like
commendations,
diesel wheels.
which
Oh
is the
no.
third way I've described of getting virtue so far.
That's
This
good.
rewards players
That's a
who are
good one.
single-minded in their goals at
That's a
the
good one.
expense of all else.
I like this enemy.
Basically, no matter what you do, even if you don't know what you're doing, it feels like you do get virtue if you play
That
well.
grab is really
And
slow though. Like imagine
I
if
like
you get hit by that, you're really a Nintendo player. Look how slow
Of
you
course,
how
you
you
can
just
still
you
make
have so
bad
much time to
routing
dodge that
decisions.
grab.
There was nothing worse than when you would bite off more than you could chew, challenging a difficult boss before you were strong enough, or counting on another player coming to help you, only for you to have to fight it.
I guess they emphasize spirits or whatever in this game, especially because you're playing with Nintendo people who have like a lower skill level than Nintendo. Sorry, Xbox and PlayStation people. Like, bruh, or even Steam or PC. Like, if I play this, I may not even want to use the spirits. Like, why would you make that such a necessary thing? That basically you're having a bot, which is your computer of the spirit, play for me or like help me out. Like, why is that so emphasized in Duskblood? I thought it was gonna be a PvP more. Why is it more looking like a PvE game with spirits more emphasized? That's like just saying you have Elden Ring and then with spirits. Like I'm not sure if this is what they're going
Alone.
for, but
It's not just the threat of dying and losing
I thought
virtue
this
that
shit
would
was
be scary. It's
PvE.
also the fear of a fight going on too long, to where
Now
your
I'm
time might have been better
regretting
spent doing something else.
even
Not that that's a
thinking
problem
that.
for this senator player. They finish off this boss with bloodsteam.
I hope I'm wrong because then they would have missed the opportunity to make it PvP worthy. I hope I'm very wrong about that. I hope it's not because this is a lot of PvE. Like these are just fucking dog and fucking this and that. I need to see
And they get to claim a power of blood
I need
from
to
it.
see
These are
people fuck up other
passives that
people.
allow you to further customize your character a little
Otherwise,
bit
this is a disappointment for me.
mid-match. It's around this time that round 2 would be ending, and now things really start heating up. The players with the 2 lowest virtue counts are culled, and the 6 remaining players move into round 3. In the top right this whole time, there has been a clock, which helps to give you an idea of how much time is left in a round. But that's not all it shows, because in round 3, a ritual site will be established.
So the
This is an
culling thing,
event.
the culling thing is sort of like how you have what do you call it? King of the Hill. What do you call those things? Like when those games where you survive and you're like, I have it in Minecraft. Used to be really fun. You survive and it's kind of like how you have Fortnite with last man standing kind of thing, but it's been called under different names for different formats of it for that type of game. But yeah,
That's marked
kind of
not just on the clock but also on the map, encouraging players
last man
to
standing.
teleport over and lose themselves in the chaos as you all meet in the same place. The first thing you want to do at a ritual site, ideally, is to locate either the gold stones or the red stone.
I hear this music though. I mean, it sounds. People would say, "Oh, that's generic from soft slop music," but I love this music, bro. Whatever this track is playing in the background, I like it.
This player has gone straight for the red stones, which when held, increases the amount of virtue they receive for killing another player at the ritual site. This is called sword virtue, the fourth type of virtue I've explained so far, and the most fun to collect, in my opinion.
I love this area. Look at the area. Like, I'm feeling cooler towards. It's funny. The aesthetic of this game looks greater than the gameplay and all those other things itself, which is really funny. Like, look at how beautiful this building looks. The triangle, these two triangles together, and like almost like a church motif with the cross at the top and shit. And like the architecture is nice, and the flowers, the white flowers below, and the sky, the blue of the sky. But the premise of the game is just corny to me.
Now that this player is victorious, they approach this golden cross. This is a place that you can pledge to for even more virtue, and if you're sneaky enough, you don't even have to fight at all to claim it. I like how you have options. Are you going to try and steal the pledges unnoticed, or are you going to try and take out all the other players so that you can claim them?
Why is it
Or are
always
you
the
going-
female characters that have that? Why can't they give that to the male characters, bro? Like, are you implying something from stuff? Like, are you saying that women can't fight? Like, come on, what is going on?
Want to avoid the ritual sites completely and take advantage of the rest of the map. I'll let you enjoy this fight.
You know, Duchess had the same fucking invisible ability or whatever, right? I hope it's not character specific. Because then they're trying to say something here. Like, if you have Duchess and this other female character who would just like do stealthy shit, like, come on, bro.
Commentary though, as these 6 players battle desperately to try and avoid being culled.
A snake. Had a lot of snakes from Soft recently. Sekiro and now like Mesmer, you know, for Elden Ring. Oh, so now they're fighting, I think. Thank God. Okay, so I think I like the premise now. I think I like the premise now. Okay, so they're actually like the more time comes in, it seems like I only got the premise like fucking 12:54. Wow. Okay. So it wasn't explained that well in my opinion. So you're gonna have, for what I'm getting about this, and I could be wrong, but there's gonna be PvE for you to get stronger, and so you're fighting the enemies there. But as you progress, eventually, it gets more tense over the rounds, and you'll be able to kill players there, especially when things start to get more intense, and you have to reach the last man standing, I imagine, right? So let's see if I'm right about that. This one is so fun to play as a network test, bro. Like just vibing and taking in the atmosphere and killing people. Other players. This sniper! Oh, where's the reticle? Nice. Here's a zoom in. It's very basic though, they need to fix that. They need to make that not that so basic. What
It's hard
happened
to
there?
explain just how fun this experience is. The game starts out interesting and tense with little skirmishes with other players, but then it builds up to this ritual fight where you all face off against each other, and then culminates in this Moonblood Bestowal, the final fight where 3 players face off against each other.
Notice he said ritual fight.
This will be mine. Our turn has come.
These fights were so hype. Everyone is fully powered up.
Yeah, it is like that
Abilities,
Minecraft minigame, bro.
summons, and even health.
In the
based
end, you're
on how
fighting
much
like Hunger
virtue
Games.
you
Oh, I
have.
think I remember that was what it
With
was
3
called.
players in the arena, there's enough
Like
chaos
Hunger
that
Games
anything
Minecraft,
can
yeah.
happen, even to more experienced PvP
It's like Hunger
players.
Games, bro.
But each player also has 2 lives, which helps to
Nice.
mitigate a bit of the frustration You can feel when you're third-partied by
But
someone
why are
else's
there still
powerful ability.
enemies? That's
The
the problem
dinosaur
with I'm
definitely
having.
gave me more wins than I deserved.
I mean, I guess if it were just player versus player, it'd be boring, but I don't know. This feels kind of disappointing. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I feel like here's what I feel, right? You go front, Valley said he played 12 hours. 12 hours in this motherfucking. Like, come on. I mean, you pass quickly because if you're having fun, like actually having fun, but yeah, okay. So, and you know that because if you do like game reviews and stuff, you will know that like if you're playing a game that you really don't like, it's basically the same as doing something very boring. So games, like you can get bored from games. Games are entertainment, but you don't have to be entertained by games. Obviously, if a game's like bad or whatever, you don't like it, just don't like it. Um, the thing is, this right here, um, it feels like there's very little customization between the characters, and that might probably stay for the entire release, even though we're in a network test right now. I would have liked to see a lot more customization, especially when you're coming down to the final um, parts of this, where, as they said, is a quote unquote ritual where you get three players fighting amongst each other. I would have loved to see more customization because Sekiro was a game that suffered from a lack of customization. You had like Mortal Blade and all these other different Shinobi tools to benefit from all that. And I played Sekiro throughout the entire thing. Like, it was really, really nice. But after a while, Sekiro, even after you unlock all the outfits like the Shiro one and all these things, and you can also Sekiro had a replayability, it kind of saved it because um, Elden Ring suffers from if it would have had what Sekiro had, where you could replay bosses, because then why would you go through the entire fuss of playing over the game again and everything? So I'm glad they did not include that in Elden Ring. Some people wanted it. Some people wanted like Sekiro's replay bosses in Elden Ring, and I said like then you defeat the point of having like a you know like like Dark Souls is the thing where you go through new game new game plus to like fight the bosses. So if you were to just give people the opportunity to replay bosses, it wouldn't make sense in that type of game. But for this, I'm just saying it looks. I know it's just a network test, but I think it's not much further developed. I'll be honest. I that's just an assumption because I don't have any proof of that. But I think this is kind of gonna get really, really boring after a time. Like you're gonna keep if because with the lack of customization and stuff, you're gonna keep saying the same characters, and especially with characters OP. Like imagine if you can only pick. They'd have to limit that by only you get first pick of character. Imagine you're just playing against like say that white guy over there, the guy dressed in white. Imagine he's broken, right? Like he's the meta pick, and you're gonna see like fucking whatever amount of players is 6 people or whatever. You're gonna see 6 of him if he's the meta pick. Like I hope they just allow you can only pick one character per game because then people would just pick the meta and then they would just be you fighting a ditto of people. Like it wouldn't make sense there. But right now, I'm really just not entertained. That's basically the gist of it. Like, I'm not too entertained about this. I like the aesthetic, I love the visuals, but I feel like this is the premise of it needs way more polish. Like, I feel like this needs to be way more customization, like, and a lot of things to just not eventually get boring after playing it for like 30 or 60 hours. And um, I guess we'll see how that goes when it releases. If people think the same thing I'm thinking. Just watching the network test for only like 14 um, to like when it finishes maybe 90 minutes. But you know, like see what I'm saying? You're gonna keep saying that same skill and the same guy spewing fire at you over and over. That's gonna be really boring after a while.
This is an exciting end to what is an extremely well-paced game, in my opinion. The victor
If one of
is
these
then left.
guys ends up in the next Smash game, I'm not even gonna be mad. I'm gonna be kind of mad because it should be like Wilder or even like the Tarnish or something, but preferably Wilder because you can kind of gauge that character more than Tarnish, which is more you can Tarnish can be basically anybody because it's a player character. Um, but I would love to see if this is what gets FromSoft into Smash finally. I have to talk about that when I'm gonna do a Sakurai rant that I've been talking about for the longest while. But I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not. That's the thing. But when that happens, I might talk about that more. How this Dark Souls is like a fucking uh, Dark Souls and Elden Ring are now household names at this point, bro. And like basically genre defining. Like Souls like is a basically a genre. And you're telling me that there's out of all these characters, including fucking Minecraft Steve, that we don't have any FromSoft characters in Smash, and you had the perfect opportunity. Unless you said you saw these fucking shitty DLC characters for Smash, bro. Fucking, I didn't want any fucking Terry and Kazuya, bro. You can fuck off. But that's just me. That's just me. That's just me, brother.
Rewarded with this cutscene, and that's it. For the demo, there's more to this game that we haven't yet seen. In the full game, for example, Grail battles aren't the only final round you can get. We've been told that there will be ways for you to customize your character to be more likely to encounter a co-op boss battle, among other things.
Like only FGC
Final
people wanted Terry and
encounters
Kazuya,
rather
bro. Like,
than
come
the
on, bro.
PvP round
It
you
really is.
just saw. In the full game, there's
I like that
also
guy's
going to
green,
be
like
more
the enemy.
potential for story and character progression back at the House of Night between
It has no
dusk
story,
battles.
buddy.
So
What do you
even
mean
if you don't progress
story?
first, you're still going to feel like you're getting
This shit is.
stronger every.
This shit feels like it has less story than nightreign does. Like, come on, bro. This has story. Stick to Elden Ring, bro.
time you play, and like you're
Like,
progressing the
come on,
story
man. Come on.
as well. I'm intrigued to think how much they might
The
develop
moon's
the story
crying. That's
in
kind of good. It
between
looks like an
battles.
eyeball if you
In
view
the
it
full
like
game,
that.
there's also
Look at this. If you view the moon, like it looks 2D here because it looks kind of 2D mixed 3D here because it's the perspective. But if you were to perceive that as like a giant, like a sphere instead, and have it like a eye, you'd see like it could kind of have like where the red is dripping down. You could kind of interpret that as maybe where the pupil is, or if it's like directly down. I don't know. It looks very cool either way. But it's just a skybox, so.
they might develop the story in between battles. In the full game, there's also going to be more than 10 characters to choose from, and in the hub world, supposedly you're able to customize them more as well. There's also going to be 3 maps that ship with the final game, apparently, and there's also a final type of virtue that I didn't really get to show off, and it's one that I don't think anyone at the event really experimented.
Again, they expect people playing Mario and all these things to understand and uh, grasp these concepts. Like, okay, maybe eventually over time, like you eventually get used to everything, but at the end of the day, like this is uh, free blood.
Match with. It's virtue through achieving your sigil goals. Sigils equipped before a match give you specific goals to try and achieve in the match. Take Jan here, for instance, who has the sigil of the Eye of Morales equipped. This makes him a hunter in this game, and the sigil will pair you with a heretic to try and take out during the game. Another thing I forgot to mention is the alliance system. You can queue up with another person you know at the start of the game and play through the whole game that way, if you set your parameters correctly. Or
Well, that
you
might
can
be
actually
cool.
ally with other people mid-game who you don't know as well. You can either do this by emoting at them basically when you meet them in-game, or after you've
Another thing, Nintendo players. I know this is obvious. Like we're just gonna see this anyway. Like it was kind of like anybody could predict this, but a lot of them aren't gonna be using Ethernet. So imagine you're playing with somebody like this because it is an online experience, right? More so, and they're just in a fucking Target or something like on some fucking Wi-Fi, and it's like the most dog shit thing, and you're just glitching all over the place. Like that'd be really funny to see, and sad at the same time. And From Software always already doesn't have a network, like their netcode is shit. So imagine From Software netcode plus Nintendo netcode plus Wi-Fi from fucking like a Walmart or something. Oh no. It's over, bro. It's actually over, bro. I don't think this game was gonna do that well. But it's okay, it's okay. You had Elden Ring. Sure, that's your masterpiece. Let's go.
encountered another player,
Whatever.
you can open a menu that will allow you to propose alliances to people that you've met.
The only thing I'm scared about is if it's all downhill from here from Soft because I know, like I've said, all empires do crumble, but this is just if I have to see my one of my favorite gaming companies crumble, that's gonna be very sad for me to watch in real time.
Under these alliances, all virtue is shared between you, and you're in it till the end. Well, then you kill each other.
I don't think Vadi. If you, I could be wrong about this, but whatever video Vadi did about the closed network test for nightreign or whatever, or whenever he did the first video for when he started to play nightreign and talk about it to his subscribers, because I was there for that, of course, too. He sounds. I don't know if it's just his mood right now, but he's definitely sounds less excited for this than he did back then. And like I don't know the guy, so I can't say if he's been depressed or whatever. But he doesn't give off his tone in this entire video. He said he's having fun or whatever, but he doesn't give off that vibe. Like you know that vibe when you're just excited and it's like those like when you have those smash reveals like for those character reveals and you're just like really hyped and you don't give a shit about how you're perceived or whatever. This does not give off the vibe of that. Like it just gives off a vibe of I'm playing this because I'm in the um what do you call it? Whatever early access they get these YouTubers get like Body. Like it just gives off that vibe. Like I'm playing this because I sort of have to because content and I need money for the monetization.
I just want to say I feel so privileged to have been able to experience the Duskbloods and to share it with you all.
That's
I'd
all he
like to
says.
give special thanks to everyone at Nintendo and
He's not
From
saying
Software
like
who
I'm really
helped
having
organize
a
this event. It
blast
went
or
really
whatever.
smoothly, and
And it doesn't come
it
off in
was
his
an
tone
amazing
either.
experience being able to get a few wins with like the whole room
That sounded
cheering
very forced,
behind
like
you.
amazing
I won't
experience.
soon forget it.
Why
So,
not just say
look forward to more
really,
content
really
from
great, really great or
Duskbloods when
something
it
like, bro.
releases. This game would really benefit from a beginner's guide, so I'm going to work on that because there were Nintendo.
Clearly, it's gonna need to benefit from the beginner's guide because the entire premise of what you described between the minute and then the 19 minutes is like it's not necessarily the most um simple. Like it's not a very simple premise at all. Like how Night Rain is, it kind of seems like it's just overly complex for no reason. And you, especially that you're talking this again for Nintendo players who just know Plumber Man go brr like just jumping. Like, come on, dude. Like, I think Zelda is one of the things where Zelda and Pokemon are where Nintendo gets sort of complex. Mario is kind of there, but it's like I know I'm being hard on Mario, but I used to play Mario. That's the thing too. I used to like Mario, but not to that extent that some people do. I find it kind of weird how much some people actually like Mario. It's kind of concerning, but either way.
reps and From Software reps at the event who did a really good job explaining everything. And I think everyone watching would benefit from that kind of explanation as well.
Yeah, because your
If you have any
explanation didn't do
questions
shit for
about the
me.
game or how I felt about it,
If
leave
they
them in the
explained it
comments
better and you
below and I'll do
explained
my
it
best
shit,
to answer them all,
then
because this video
again,
really wasn't long enough to get all of my thoughts and knowledge out there.
you don't
Thank you for
say.
watching though, and I'll see you in the next one.
This entire thing probably needs like somebody to play through it like about maybe 30 hours to get a good feel for it. Maybe Ouroboros, like I see that video right there. He might have described it better than Vadi did because Vadi sort of just went all over the place with the description. I mean, he might have tried his best, but I still don't really. I understand that they at the end they go into a ritual and you're fighting three people, all this stuff, and it is partial PVE, partial PvP, but um, how do I put this very succinctly? I don't care. That's the long and short of it. I really don't care about this. Like I don't feel too motivated to play this. Like I thought I would have been like I thought I would have been like, oh my gosh, a FromSoft game I'm gonna miss because it's an exclusive on Switch 2, which I don't have. I only have like a regular Switch. Then I'm gonna be like, oh shit. But right now I'm just like, this can pass, which is bad because this is what's been happening to me with recent Pokemon. Like I've been starting to like I haven't played ZA at all, and I'm like I want to play the what's it? I forgot what it's called, Waves or whatever the fuck it's called, Winds and Waves or some shit. But I want to play that one next. Though, like I like playing like that's Legends. I played Legends Arceus. I'm not playing Legends ZA. At least not right now, or maybe never. But um, yeah, when you start to reach a point where from your favorite game company, you start to or game is franchises like plural, you start to skip out on some of their games. That's a very concerning sign because that means that whatever formula they were working with has somehow shifted in such a way from what they were using before that all of a sudden you are now thinking, I can skip this. But that's bad. That's bad. That means that it's not interesting you anymore, which is terrible. And like I said, that might mean that the From Software quote unquote empire is maybe crumbling. Maybe not, we'll see, but I hope they whatever the fuck next experimental shit they're gonna play with when they should just be focusing on giving nightreign some more DLC or some shit. I hope that it works out well. I think Duskbloods is gonna be a flop, but it already has all the things that it logically in mind created to be a flop. Where it's like, again, if it's just solely an exclusive, or if it's timed exclusive, even then it might still flop because, like, I don't know. And then this thing, like, is the combat is gonna get so repetitive if there's no customization possible with it. And I'm just surprised that Miyazaki is the one who allegedly directed this, as far as I'm concerned, because yeah, it just doesn't feel exciting compared to. That's the thing with comparisons. The, f- if this was like, let's say, we had a timeline where this was the first From Software game ever, um, then it would be you would feel like, oh, it's original. But this just feels like they took assets and just compiled it in such a way and made Duskbloods. And the only thing I really like about this so far is how the art direction is taken with the um like I was explaining before, the flowers and the skybox and all these things in those areas and the architecture, those look really really great. But everything else I could pass. Like, man, like, where's the excitement? You're gonna eventually get bored of seeing these characters do the exact same thing over and over again, and the network is gonna be shit because it's Nintendo players and handhelds. That's the reason why handhelds thing because not everybody's gonna be playing on Ethernet, and you're gonna get feel the ping and all this other shit. Like, I don't have high hopes. I was hoping that it was gonna be like blow me out of the water, but it's sad. So this might actually be worse than Night Rain. People thought this would save people's urges for Night Rain or something or like new shit, but this might actually be worse than Night Rain, which is so sad. Wow, like Night Rain is really nice. I actually prefer Night Rain to Elden Ring, but for the premise of seeing people do dumb shit in Night Rain and all this other shit, like it's just so fucking funny to see people do the most retarded shit in Night Rain. But I don't. Um, for this, I don't really see this working out well. Sorry to say. Anybody who likes this, well, good for you. I hope you do well with it, but I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. Sorry.